throughout its league area. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past, present and emerging.
Welcome to Before the Game, proudly brought to you by The Professionals.
Said Heath Bosey, you said, oh, he loves it, mate.
I actually
called the king.
When he pulled him through the gate, the lady on the gate even stood up when he arrived today. There you go. That's
curtsy. It would have been a curtsy.
That's how
I think
important
we
it
should
is.
move on now. Let's get over.
Now, what's been going on in your life this week, Baz? What have you been doing?
Busy week at Meadows. We got there last Sunday and it started raining, and we left this morning and it was still raining. So that's just what happens in the Adelaide Hills. But visited a few restaurants, a few pubs. But back to work at Lamoureux next week.
Nice. Okay, sounds like you've had a good week then.
I have.
Good stuff. Now, what about you, Captain? What have you been doing?
No, there's a bit going on. Yeah, just getting ready for this.
Just footy stuff?
Pretty much.
How many hours did you put in this week into football?
Oh, I don't know, probably 20.
Lost count after about 30 or 40, did
Probably
you?
about 20. No,
And how's Joe going?
Good.
She's all right?
Good. Where's this going?
No, we're just making sure everything's going good. And
Good as gold.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to set you up and anything like that. No, that's good stuff. Rightio, let's move along then. Let's have a look at our fantastic sponsors, and Baz is going to run through them for us.
Thanks, mate. No worries. So, major sponsor, the Swanport Hotel. Annual awards, Daesh Irrigation and Fodder for the Player of the Year. Dutton's leading goal kicker, Goal of the Year and Team of the Year. McHugh's Bakery and Lunch Trucks, Mark of the Year. Chemist King, Lower Parker Club Championship. The weekly awards, McHugh's Bakery and Lunch Trucks, Mark of the Day, Dutton's Goal of the Day, Dutton's Team of the Week, Smiley's Car Wash and Farm Fresh Markets, Player of the Day, Elders Rising Star, Best 21 and Under, Murray Sales Defender of the Day, Crowies Paints, 1%er, Coin Toss and Weatherwall, Replay from Red Arc, and Umpires supported by Enervan.
Well, thanks, Baz. We certainly do have some fantastic sponsors, and as per usual, we just greatly appreciate them for being on board with Before the Game and RMFL Football and
In general,
TV.
mate, it's huge.
Yeah,
Huge part of our revenue is our sponsorship, and we couldn't be viable without it.
So if you're out there, get in there and support all those fantastic sponsors if you can, please. One of our good sponsors is North Point Toyota, and we have a North Point Toyota Turning Point. Just tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so the Turning Point Award is something that we developed this year with the North Point people in North Point, Maryland. Phil Rance there, and it's a T-shirt that we award once a month to someone who we think has turned the game or turned it for their club, or just a bit of a, one of those open door moments. Do you know what I mean? So. And this week is no exception. This month, and that was Lucas Hunter.
Yeah, Lucas Hunter. We saw him last week, and he was very good.
Yeah, so I spoke to him earlier, and I guess we can cross to
let's
that. And
have a chat.
Let's have a look, see what he had to say. And welcome to North Point Turning Point for June, and our winner is Lucas Hunter from Talon Bend Footy Club. Thanks for joining us, Lucas.
No, anytime.
So we've run the North Point Turning Point Award. You'll win a Nice little polo here from North Point Toyota, Murray Bridge, or North Point Murraylands they are. So that's yours, mate.
Beautiful.
So
Appreciate that.
wear that with pride.
Yeah, no, will do.
Hope it fits.
Yeah, no, it will.
So yeah, the reason we sort of set it on yourself, but last week, probably two reasons. You guys pretty much battled all game with the storm, and you probably 10 minutes into that last quarter put your foot down, and you were pretty instrumental in that. And when we look at the highlights in a minute, so and also I think from a turning point of view for Tullumben's season, that's sort of been looking for a forward, and he's sort of starting to step up. So
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that.
No, it's been real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel real good. So
Alright.
it's been a good change coming out here, and it's a good style of footy out here. So
Excellent.
yeah, no, it's been real good.
All right, we'll just have a look at that package, and I'll ask you a bit more about your footy, where you've been before later on. So we'll just throw to that package now.
Straightens up. Inside 50. Here goes the big fella.
He can take
A hand. This is Rossi. Set up for the defenders here.
Oh, good
Oh,
mark.
how did he bring that in?
Hands of Ross, clears the centre, out in the forward line. Oh, nice kick, picks out
Hunter.
through how.
Normally a great kick of the ball. So it's Hunter.
Oh,
It's a big stick.
Garth trying to get it out. He does get it out. Coakley on the slipper. Oh, Hunter around the corner. Hunter.
He's got it.
He's got it.
He's popped that one. Goal 10.
Goal kicking practice for Tullumben this week, and they have. Oh, big Hunter just put out the.
Play though.
Beautifully done to Wilson. Now, he didn't want to have a shot for goal, was Hunter, and he saw Rossi. Did the team thing.
Unselfish footy.
Did the team thing.
Nathan.
He's, a couple of times there he's just looked flat-footed, but he's been good now.
Just his kicking, his ball drop is a bit of a concern there.
That's better. That's better.
Nicely done.
Well done to Hunter.
Lucas Hunter, good goal. Yeah, so that little package there, and one of those, you might not have caught it, Lucas, bit of a Joe the Goose over the top to Ben Rossi. Did he buy you a beer for that one?
No,
in
he
the square?
didn't. No,
he didn't.
He didn't.
You remind him later tonight. Tell us a bit about your junior footy. Where did you sort of start playing your...
My junior footy, I was down at Norlunga Shoes.
Oh, yeah.
And then at about 14, 13, I had a different group of mates, so decided to make the venture on over to Christie's Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So I was there up until last year, and
Right.
then sort of was speaking to Aidan Coakley,
Oh, yeah.
who moved out here
Yep.
recently, and thought it would be a good change, and
Good on
it
you.
has been for sure.
Christie's Beach, Jason Horn-Francis?
Yes.
That's his home club, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Ah, very good. Yeah, so, and then, and you, I'm going to ask you how old you are anyway later on, so in 10 questions. So, so you come across here, and I was just going to ask you, what do you do for a job?
At the moment, no job.
So you're looking for a job? Okay,
Yeah,
there's
of course.
plenty out there.
If anyone's got
So
a job.
anyone's got a job, yeah, just message in and we'll pass on to. Just wonder Chili hadn't got you climbing roofs for him or anything like that. So, all right, look, thanks for joining us. All the best for later today. And I've seen you a couple of times, and we're looking for someone to take Mark of the Year. So maybe you this afternoon, can you stand on someone's shoulders for us?
I reckon I could give it
Just-
a good crack.
Just out front here, we want it in full shot. So good luck for that. But we'll start off with the 10. We'll go with the 10 questions now.
Yep.
Say age,
27.
middle name,
Mark.
footy number,
23 this year.
nickname,
Hunsey.
Huntsy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Hunter.
Hunter. Yeah.
Best mate at the club.
Best mate at the club. I'd say it's everyone's the best mate here. They're a real good bunch of people. So yeah,
Steak or seafood.
steak for sure.
Favourite TV show.
The King of Queens.
Okay. Who do you barrack for in the AFL?
Port, unfortunately.
Port Power.
Yeah.
Jocks or boxers.
Well, that's got to be 50-50.
And best player you've played with or against.
With probably Coakley, against. There's been quite a few. Can't really name them.
Excellent. All right. Look, it's good to have you in our league, Lucas, and we enjoy watching you run around up forward line there in the long sleeves today again, I
Oh
suppose.
yeah, of course.
Look, all the best for today. Thanks for joining us, and well done for the June North Point Toyota, what do we call it? North Point Turning Point Award. And back to you guys.
Big thank you to North Point Toyota and Lucas Hunter for coming in and having a chat to your captain. So That was good.
Certainly was.
Let's move along now. We're going to have a look at some of the league awards now, and it's time for the Chemist King Club of the Year. Baz.
Yep, so Chemist King Club of the Year, Imps are on 62, Maipo 48, Tailem 46, Jervois 41, Cats are on 34, Suns 32, Madam 17, Ramblers 12, Storm on 4.
Lovely work, Baz. Thank you, mate. And time now for the Dace Irrigation and Fodder Player of the Year. These are round 10 votes. And over to you, Captain, for the first game.
Yeah, Imps versus Ramblers, Court Norris Cup last week. Ben Gogle picked up the 3, Jack Penfold 2, Clint Dement 1.
Baz, the Southern Mallee versus Huron Cats.
Yep, Rory Driscoll got 3, cracking game of footy he played. Christian Vince got 2, Sam McColonel Sanders got 1.
Jervois v Maipo.
Harry Barnett picked up 3, and that's his third 3, so he's sitting on 9. So he's having 3 outstanding games there for Jervois. Zane Barry 2, and Mac Hansen picked up the 1.
Mallee Storm versus Tailem Bend.
Adam Coakley got 3. I just did a bit of research into Adam. He's been the best player 7 out of 9 starts.
A few more medal votes there, you think, Baz?
Consistent.
Yep.
Early tip for me. Brody Edwards got 2, Henry Olsen got 1.
Lovely work. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. On top is with 12 Jack Penfold, 11 is Josh Smithson and Ryan O'Driscoll, 9 is Alex Pfeiffer, Riley Robinson, Clint Dement and Harry Barnett as well on 9. So that is the Dace Irrigation and Fodder Player of the Year. Moving on now to the leading goal kicker, please, Captain.
Yep, so Sam Sanders, he's leading with 33. Johnny Boris 28, Ben Hansen 26, 24 to Tom Keogh, 23 to Michael Leonard from the Storm.
Lovely work. And we'll move over now to the Swamport Hotel ladder, please. Baz.
Suns are on 16, Jervois and Imps 14, Cats and Maipo 8, Ramblers 6, Manham 4, Tailem 4 and Storm 2.
And we'll have a look at the Duttons Team of the Week, Captain.
Yeah, Team of the Week. It's a bit easier to pick this week. Pretty much a lot of the players were available in normal spots, and there's a lot of familiar faces in that side that have been in the Team of the Week this year. So Rory O'Driscoll, he's been in quite a few. He sits in the forward pocket and he's in sizzling form. Jack Penfold, he keeps putting his hand up as a rover. Daniel Perks, even though he was best on last week and he's all over the ground, we had the luxury of putting him in the back flank. So, yeah, pretty solid side last week in the ruck. And, in the ruck, I think we had Matt Hartman, did we? I can't remember. Louis Devishell.
Louis.
Yeah, that's right.
One of the premier ruckmen of the league, Louis.
Yep, so there you go. And Coakley, as we mentioned earlier, he's on the ball. So, yeah, not a lot of changes in the Team of the Week. Pretty good team.
Good stuff. And what we'd also just like to do is, at this point, is also just mention our great friends at Professionals Murray Bridge for sponsoring before the game. They just on board with us, and we do appreciate them. Yeah, so thank you very much. Now, Captain, we just want to talk about something that's happening today as a bit of a trial for RMFLTV.
Yes, this sort of came to light late in the week. We're going to trial some live stats. So we've got a reach out from Jack Knight from Night Vision Analysis. He's based in Victoria, and what we'll try and do, he'll be watching the live stream and then feeding back stats from the match at the quarter breaks. So when we come back from our quarter break messages or sponsorship, before we start the next quarter, we'll just be able to review those stats and just see what sort of information we can get from them. We're hoping it's a real trial and experimental, and there is an opportunity if anyone's out there keen to sponsor these, whether we can get them on a batch of matches or whatever. We've got finals coming up. We're really keen to get all the finals sponsored as well. So anyway, the door's open if anyone's out there interested in sponsoring. Just message us, get hold of us, and certainly like to look at that and see if we can get it supported.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes, Baz. So.
Yeah, outstanding. For us to know, well, Coakley's going well, but to back it up with actual figures, it will be so good.
Kicks, marks, handballs, goals, behinds. Yep. I think it's centre clearances inside 50s, just stuff like that. So
good. We should point out this is the first time ever that they're doing it via a live stream.
They normally do. They're a follow-up analysis company, so they even review vision, and they'll isolate players and then give packages of that player touches throughout the whole match, and then that can go to coaches or whatever. And there's a fee for that, and the clubs can buy into that if they want to as well. Obviously from matches that we've streamed or they've got access to, they can do so, and they'll give all the normal stats as a follow-up analysis tool. But this is live, so we're really keen to see how it goes.
Absolutely, we'll see how that goes. All right, we'll move along now. Let's have a look at last week's results, and we'll have a look first of all at the Imperials v Ramblers game. Imperials 113 defeated Ramblers 20. The margin was 93 points. Best for Imperials was Clint Dement. Best for Ramblers was Michael Wegner. Leading goal kicker for Imps was your new man, Carter Norman, with 4 goals. And the leading goal kicker for Ramblers, 1 each to Keenan Harradine and Nelson Miller. The next game, Captain.
Certainly the Suns 100 defeated Coorong Cats 74 on a margin of 26 points. Best for the Suns, as we mentioned before, Rory O'Driscoll. We'll see him out here later today. Best for the Cats, Jack Holiday. Good to see him get.
Yeah, finally getting some form back for Jack.
Leading goalkeeper for the Suns, Brett Pedersen. Now, he's an interesting character, and we'll see him later on running around. Now, number 46, I think he is. So, yeah, very interesting player, very hard at it, and so we'll just keep an eye on him. Goal kickers for the Sats, Cats, 2 each to Sam Sanders, Charlie Fisher, Albie Dunson, and Paddy Barrett.
Thank you, Captain. And the next game, please, Baz.
Jervois defeated Maipo 96 to 52, margin of 44 points. Best for Jervois, Zane Barry, been super consistent this year. And best for Maipo, Jordan Hine. Leading goal kickers, Josh Scott got 5. Leading for Maipo, 3 to Nicky.
Sticky Nicky. Sticky Nicky.
Okay, good on you.
A bit harder to say than the King, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yes, exactly. All right, let's have a look at the other game. Was the Talam Bend defeated the Storm 90 to 47, a margin of 43 points there. Best for Talam Bend was the pretty boy Daniel Perks. Best for the Storm was Lachlan Paddock. Leading goal kicker for Talam Bend was Ben Rossi with 4 goals, and for the Storm, Michael Leonard kicked the 2 goals. Now, it's time to move on and just have a talking now about something really, really important that's coming up, and this is a bit of a pre-induction to after the zone weekend, and that's Think Road Safety. And so the RMFL have gone and appointed an ambassador off their committee to run with the Think Road Safety in Jodie Yench. And I was lucky enough to sit down with Jodie, and also one of the RMFLTV's favourites in Sophie Fran. Now, the reason we grabbed Sophie was she has got her L's and about to start driving all by herself on the road. Good. And so we've had a chat to both of them, and this is what we had to say. And with me now, I've got Jodie Yench and also Sophie Fran, and we're going to have a little bit of a talk because coming up in round 12 is the Think Safety Road Safety is what I should say. Now, Jodie, what is your role within the league?
I've been asked to be the Think Road Safety Ambassador for this year.
Lovely, fantastic. Now, Sophie, we've got you here because you've got your L's, correct? Show us your L plates, please. Yep, thank you very much. And so you are going to be getting your full licence soon, so there's going to be a lot of responsibilities that come along with that. So I thought we'd just get you in on the chat here today, just to have a bit of a pre-talk about what's going to be happening and everything else, and what we're trying to achieve here. First of all, Jodie, who's responsible for road safety? That's probably a big question.
It's pretty much everyone out on the road, everyone behind a steering wheel. Everyone that's behind a steering wheel is responsible for road safety.
Now, so as a new driver, is that something that's really aware to you that, hey, driving a motor car comes along with a lot of responsibility?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And have you had any near misses yet at all, or not?
Almost. With with a truck.
And how did that make you feel?
A little nervous, but kind of shrugged it off.
Yeah, for sure. And it does, but it just makes you fully aware that, hey, things can happen quickly, doesn't it? There's some key things out there and some points that we want to get across. And one of the things is, and we just want to talk about some little things that you need to think about when it comes to road safety. And the first one is mobile phones, isn't it?
Oh, most definitely. The biggest distraction at the moment, I believe.
It's mobile phones.
Yes.
It has to be,
Yes.
and it's just one of the things, just put the phone away and don't get on it. Speed. What's your thoughts on speed, so?
Well, you have to stay under the speed limit, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it can be very dangerous, especially in like rainy weather and stuff. Because you can hydroplane, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you start
and lose
skidding
control,
yeah, for sure. And so speed is definitely a killer out there.
Especially on your L or P plates, especially when you're still understanding the wetness of those roads.
Absolutely.
The unknown roads.
And we talk about road rules. That's another thing. That's the thing. And obviously that's something that as a learner driver you get drummed into you, don't you? Yeah, for sure. Jade, thoughts on the road rules?
Road rules?
You just basically got to stick to them, don't you?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The if you're speeding, it's just silly. You just don't go over the limit. Like.
And I suppose we've all been guilty of doing a U-turn where we perhaps shouldn't do a U-turn, and stuff like that. And we get a bit blasé, don't we? At times.
And when you've got others in the car, you get distracted, and you just think it's cool because you want to go fast.
Alcohol and drugs is still an issue out there, and it's something that you just can't get behind the wheel with that. And I suppose your thoughts on that, Lisa?
Well, I haven't really been affected by alcohol, so it's just like making sure you stay under that limit, and if you are drinking, have a designated driver when you're out with friends and stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. And Jodie, we talked a bit about this off air, but fatigue.
Oh, definitely. I've been an experience of that. I used to travel to Adelaide every day. I did it for 5 years, and you work all day flat out, and when you drive home back to Murray Bridge, you just all of a sudden you're feeling sleepy, and nothing that you do can stop you. And I've actually nodded off a couple of times, so that's one of the reasons why I got a job back.
I've got a good mate who ended up in a paddock. Luckily, he didn't hit anything, and that was a big wake-up call for himself with that. So basically, pull over and have a stop. It's simple. Have a power nap for 10, 15, 20 minutes. If you have a sleep for an hour and then get up and go again, it's all good. But these are key points that we need to be all thinking about when we're on the road, isn't it? So.
And also pressure by your friends and peers. Just don't be pressured.
Absolutely.
Into those.
Because the worst case scenario is when an accident happens, it doesn't affect just the person in the accident. It affects everyone, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And you've had an example. You've got a situation, haven't you?
Certainly have. I was in year 11 at the time. We were doing end of year exams. I had a great mate that was pressured to go out party with his mates, and was it a dare, or unfortunately was it something that he decided that yes, I'm old enough, but clearly no, and then they ended up in tragedy. It was the back roads of Murray Bridge, and 2 of them were killed.
Just like that.
And underage, and at the time of your exams, none of us could focus because you've just lost a mate.
No, worst case scenario, isn't
That's
it?
Right.
And it just affects too many people, and we just don't want it, basically. And I had my licence for 2 days, and a car came out in front of me, and I had a reasonably serious accident. Luckily, I walked away, and so did the other person. But that's how quickly it does happen out there. So we just need to be so cautious. Now, with the upcoming rounds in round 12, we've got some information there towards the camera there.
So all the home clubs on July the 15th will be getting this size poster, and there's bigger size posters that will be asked to be placed up around the oval club rooms. And we're also fortunate enough to have a medal for the league, best on ground, best on field decisions.
Now that'll be for one for each club?
One for each club.
Yep,
so
fantastic.
There's this medal that the league will be getting presented at the end of the game on July the 15th.
Fantastic.
On home game.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll obviously be having a bit more of a talk about it, and it's the week after the zone game, so not next weekend, the weekend after. But we just wanted to start to talk about it, because if we don't talk about it, it's nothing's going to change, and so we need to make sure that the whole community's on board with this. So thank you, Jodie, for doing what you're doing as the ambassador, and Sophie, stay safe on the roads there with your 2 hands on the wheel and all that sort of stuff, and let's stay safe out there. Yeah, no problems. All right, well, thanks very much for your time, and back to you guys. So a big thank you to Sophie and Jodie for having a chat to us about Think Road Safety. Super important, isn't it, guys? Basie first?
It is. I think we've all had incidents, close calls over the journey. I've lost a couple of mates with car accidents, and it's so important. So important. Awareness is so important.
And it's, I know we talk about it every year, but that's still not enough. We have to talk about it every year, because
absolutely.
There's young drivers coming through all the time, so it's just never ending. It's got to keep going on.
So round 12 is when we'll be talking a lot more about that. So I think that'll be at the Ramblers v Maipo game, which we're doing. So stay tuned for some more on Think Road Safety. Okay, moving along, guys. Let's talk Facebook pages, and we're going to have a look at the Suns first of all.
Yes,
As
the Suns inaugural Suns Ball and Auction Night, August the 5th, cocktail dress. The tickets will sell very quickly, so get in if you want to go to the
absolutely. You'll be going?
Probably.
Probably,
yes.
maybe.
He'll have his crown on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they'll all stand up as he enters the room. Imps.
The old trumpet.
Come on, move on.
Okay, imps.
Thursday night was a pizza night, Riverside Woodfire Pizzas. Looking after everyone, and that was sponsored by the professionals who sponsor our show today.
Good
Dave
guys.
and Karen Clark looking after the junior players there out of Imps.
Absolutely. Now, Jervois is the next one, and they have their junior netball and football disco tonight. It's only a gold coin donation, and that also includes a sausage sizzle and a drink. How good's that?
I heard that Chili is going to go over and gate crash it.
Oh, yeah.
They probably won't let him in because he's not old enough.
He's got the right height, so he'll get in on height. So, Maipo, please, Baz.
Maipo have got their Rump and Red Night on the 15th of July. Apparently it's always a great night at Maipo, so get your tickets now.
Absolutely, don't miss out on that one. Cats.
Yeah, Cats tonight is the Cats Rodeo. They've got a mechanical bull rodeo competition. I can't wait to see some photos of Adam Earl getting thrown off the back of one of them and into the...
And if I was Adam Moll, I'd be trying to keep all your players off that, because the last thing we want is a shoulder done or anything like that.
Yes.
So
Last week we won, exactly.
yeah, so exactly. Now, moving on to Ramblers. Let's have a look what's going around. So it is their some gala night pictures. And
Last week, they had their ball.
They had their ball, and that was Jacob Jennings who took those photos. So well done to Ramblers on that one.
Yep.
Manham.
Manham have got their Ruse merchandise is available now.
Swish looking jacket, haven't they?
Yeah. Super warm, which is appropriate in this weather. So get out there.
You got one,
and grab
Sophie?
some jackets.
Not yet, no. Okay, Storm, please, Captain.
Yeah, July 22nd, we had it last week as well, but they've got a big Sponsors Day and Goods and Services auction coming up, so all you Storm fans, get behind the club and support that one. Yep.
Now tonight at Talon Bend, a big night here at Talon Bend. It's a family night, so they've got burgers, bonfire and beats. Plus the Mini Eagles Disco is on tonight. So it's right behind the commentary box here. They've got it all set up ready to go. So going to be a big night here at Talon Bend. All right, guys, it's time to have a look at this week's games. So the first big game that we've got on the calendar is down at Meningie. It is the Coorong Cats v Manham. Let's do the ins and outs, please, Baz.
Yeah, so Cats outs, Matt Hartman. I did see this incident with Matt's knee, and it looked pretty ordinary when it happened, but apparently not too bad. So Matt hopefully will play again.
MCL, so 6 to 8 weeks, and potentially round 18 we'll see Matt back.
Yeah, which I know that's a long time out of footy, but it's probably a good result.
Better than an ACL.
That's dead right.
Yep.
And Hayden McCormack is out. The Cats ins. Brody Martin and Darcy Connor are in.
Brody Martin's 100th game.
Oh, is it? Right.
Yeah, it was on Facebook this morning, I think.
Well done.
Great
Good stuff.
achievement by Brody.
Yep.
Manham's out. Smith Schmiss, Everett Giles and Gene Boodle. Ins, big in with Michael O'Malley, Jared Woodward and Walker. Just Walker?
Yeah, that'll be Danny, is it?
Danny Walker.
Danny Walker.
Yep.
Mick O'Malley must be back from the hammy.
Yes, he should be back. Big in for Manham. So, Baz, your thoughts on this game, please?
Yeah, I'm going with the Cats. I was super impressed with them last week against the Suns. Started really well. I think they're back into the season. They've got a bit to prove. I think they've underachieved a little bit, but I can see them improving. So I can see them winning by 5 or 6 goals against Manham.
Yep. Your thoughts, Captain?
I'm the same. I think the Cats will be too strong. Brody Martin, big in.
Yep.
Too experienced, and I know they'll miss Matt Hartman. Who's going to run?
Yeah. Holiday did a bit of it. They shared it around last week.
Yeah. Fisher do anything?
Yeah, he did. I think they can cover that. I actually reckon that they're a bit tall in their forward line.
Yeah.
So actually,
it might be a blessing, sort of.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. So
you never want to be without Matty
Hartman.
Hartman.
No. Matty Hartman would have been, I'm pretty sure, the zone ruckman. So
absolutely,
his form was fantastic, and all the best, Matt. But look, what it does mean is that someone's got to step up. That's basically what it means, and so it's either a Fisher, it's a Holiday. They've got some tall timber in there. They could bring in a Jimmy Lawson. He's not in the side today, but they could potentially look at bringing Big Jim in. He's a big unit. So for me, I think, Cats at home, they're still finding their feet. I predicted they were going to beat the Suns last week, which obviously didn't happen, but from what I heard, they did put in a good effort. So for me, Cats just, and I feel for Ben Quinn. He's had a terrible run with injuries. He's super frustrated, but at the end of the day, they're hanging in there.
I think he's in today too. He's playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
I think Caden Dote's first game.
Yeah.
Okay. Supposed to be against the Suns down there, but for some reason he didn't play.
No. So
Quinny had to play then. So
now, before we move on to the next game,
we spent a fair bit of time on the Cats, didn't we?
We did, but
for some reason.
No reason. It's only, but we've got a little bit more actually.
Just for some reason.
Not No, that's all right. We've just got to make sure we cover all teams properly, and you know, we just don't want to skip over a very important side in the Cats and Manums game. But also, hey, something that's really big that's happening down at Meningie today. They actually are announcing the Cats Indigenous Team of the Century. So absolutely massive. They've got a luncheon on down there today for all the players that are still up and about.
There it is on your screen.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just going to mention some players. So I've actually played with some of those players and or seen them players, and just going to mention a couple. Phil Catinnery, a very classy big guy, centre half forward, not super quick but very great skills. Eugene Wanganeen, played centre half back in the 2001 Premiership side for Meningie.
Played at Imps.
Tough as they come, Eugene, and he also spent some time at Imps. Kimmy White, toughest player I've ever seen. Centreman, and would just eat stones for breakfast and come out and take.
Crunchy Aspel.
Oh, Crunchy Aspel is in that side. Yes, he is. And Neville Marks, played my first A-grade game of footy with Neville. Great player. Billy Jackson, played with him as an under-17. He come in, had never played footy in his life, and first time he got the ball, he ran 30 metres before the umpire pulled him up, and even then he had no idea. But he learnt very quickly how to play footy and was an outstanding player. And the one I've also got to mention, one of the great players, Lalo Catinnery. What an unbelievable player.
And he'll love this, wouldn't he?
Oh, he will be walking on cloud 9 down at the Cattery today. But you know, and there's certainly some great players in that side that I don't know.
Is there a criteria?
No, I don't know the criteria. Yeah, he played, I think 3 games. I think so. There would have been something there, but yeah, there might be a minimum. I would have thought so as well. So maybe they just pick him on the bench. So, yeah, quite good. But yeah, certainly some great players there. So I hope they have an absolute great day down there with that today. Now, just moving on. Hello. Got it. Audio issue. Hang on. Just get. Yep, we're back on. Lovely work.
Batteries probably.
Now, just move on to the next game. Let's have a look at the Maipo versus Imps game, please, Captain.
Maipo Imps. So yeah, the outs from Maipo: Bodie Stewart, Jordan Hine, and Jack Zatto. Interesting that one. Ins: Reagan Gotch, Jack Freestone, Declan Fritchley. Enjoy watching him play. The outs for Imperials: Jared Leanett and Braden Dallets. Sad for Braden, just got into the side and got an injury. And ins for Imps: Lockie Daniels and Jack McKay. So a couple of young guys coming through. Good to see them get an opportunity.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at the
tips.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I keep forgetting the tips on that one. Let's have a talk about that.
I know we've probably overran with the Cats' time, so we've got to cut this short. I think the Blues will win out there, but I think it'll be a cracking game.
Well, yep. Thoughts, Baz?
I agree. I'm still waiting for Maipo to knock off the top side.
Yep.
I still think it'll happen.
Yep.
But yeah, Imps will be just too good.
Yeah, no, I'm going for Maipo today with Sticky Nicky to kick 4 or 5. Yeah, Imps, I just think, going back a step, Maipo have been inconsistent, but I think today's a day that they're going to be good. Yep. And I reckon Imps have sort of just been cruising along. Too easy a win last week. They haven't played any hard footy for a little bit, so they'll get beat today out there. So that's my tip from that one. Okay. All right.
I'll just underline that.
Yep, just note that. Okay, it's been noted by the captain.
Yep.
Okay, the last... sorry, no, it's not the last game. The next game is the Jervois v Mallee Storm.
Yeah, Jervois is out. Tom Klusky, big out there. Josh Holding, Josh Hickmont, and Peter Zantinello. That's how we say it, isn't it?
Rantinello.
Yeah, well
Took me 5 years to learn how to say that.
I'm working on it. Their ins: Anthony Long, Chaz Balderson, Noah Attrell Podrisky. First game for Jervois. Some cracking young footballers there coming in. And Abraham.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yep. Snelly, help us out.
Yeah, where is it? Nia? Yeah.
Yep. Well, Abraham's, he's going to play his first A-grade game too.
Yeah.
Storm's out. Unfortunately, hit with injury and unavailability. Michael Leonard out. Mac Pedrick working. Harry Snodgrass, Shane Pate, big out there, and Brendan Hine.
Yeah, Hine's gone back to the Hills.
Back to the Hills.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, family reasons there. Ins: Josh Deegan from Imps, which will be very handy for them. Joel Maxwell, Brandon Waite, Ryan Morris, Eli Koff, and Angus Smith.
Yeah, too many outs there, isn't there, Baz?
But, there is.
Thoughts?
Mate, this is going to get ugly towards the end, I think. But because the way that Peak and Karoon to go about things, they'll hang in there for a period of time. But in the end, Jervois by plenty.
Captain?
Jervois by plenty.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Jervois are just ruthless at the moment. They're just building momentum. All that sort of stuff, but I think it'll be an easy win for Jervois out there today. Now, in the big game, the blockbuster here, and Captain, it is Talon Ben versus the Southern Mallee Suns.
Certainly looking forward to this one. I think it will be a good quality game, actually. Ben Rossi's out. That's a tough one.
That's
From
a big
last
one.
week, 4-goal kicker.
Yep.
Ned Hughes, Josh Tierney. In Sam Martin, Henry Jenkins, Caden Liebick. The Suns out, Shiloh Dabnett, Josh Ridgway, and in Ben Maroney, Tom Werfel. So a couple of good ins there for the Suns. My tips are, I think the Suns will be too strong. They're just doing everything right, and the ins and outs, Ben Maroney. Ben Maroney's coming into your side. How are you going to be any worse? So
Yeah.
I'm tipping with the Suns today.
Yeah, for sure. Bads?
Yep, same. Yeah, no, Suns are just cruising along. They get challenged, but they sort of absorb that challenge and then find a way to come out in front. The big out, obviously, of Ben Rossi, talented footballer, kicked 4 last week. I watched a bit of the footage and he was the difference to me, kept them in the game and then kicked away.
Yep.
So, yeah, Suns by probably a fair bit by the end.
Yeah, I agree. Suns, fantastic outfit.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all one-way traffic, because Talon Ben, they just got to start well, because they didn't start well last week, so they really need they need to stick with them. And they pushed Jervois here about a month ago, and they just need to bring that same heat for 4 quarters.
Yeah, for sure. So I think we're all on board with the Suns, and Ramblers do have the bye this week. So, okay, it is time for the almost award-winning Matt's quiz. So we're going to bring in the president of the River Murray Football League, in Philip Gogol. Welcome, Phil. How are you?
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
It's good. And
Very
Sophie's got the buzzers, so we'll bring them in.
I just want to let people know that I've actually got trousers on.
You've got yeah. So no, good stuff.
Someone challenged me last week. It's too cold to walk around with no strides on. I'll tell you right now.
Okay, can we test buzzers, please?
Prez.
Baz.
Captain.
Just take this again, please.
Captain.
Thank you. It's all good.
Captain.
Rightio. Let's go off. Question number 1. Dash Irrigation and Fodder Player of the Year in the Jervois v Maipo game last week with Zane Barry received 3 votes. True or false?
Captain.
Baz.
Baz?
Did you say Baz?
I said Baz.
I appreciate the help. True.
True. That's incorrect. It was false. He got 2 votes. Zane Barry got 2 votes. Yeah, Harry Barnett got 3. Okay. Next question. The Dutton's Team of the Week, Roy O'Driscoll was named in what position?
Baz.
Captain.
Baz again. Forward pocket. Yes, correct. 1 to Baz. Let's put that over there. Yep. Next question. Ince Lou D. Michelle is one of the best ruckmen going around. Make no mistake about that. Spell his surname.
Captain.
Prez.
Captain.
D-E-M-I-C-H-E-L-E.
Yes, that is correct. 1 to the captain. He was very competitive too last week. Baz. He was very competitive. Watch that back.
I'm chewing at the bit. I'm
Rightio.
actually not
Stay focused then. In the second test at Lords, who batted second?
Baz.
Baz.
That would be England.
Yes, correct. Another one to Baz. He's in front now, by the way, Captain.
Yep.
Who won the 2022 Mallee Premiership?
Captain.
Prez.
Captain.
Pinaroo.
Yep. And what was the? How long since they won one?
Don't care.
Don't care.
I got points.
All right, we'll give you the point. So that's up there. Now, Baz, you'll about answer that question. Hang on. I've lost the thing. Their batteries are just about gone here.
They're replaced. Yeah.
Oh, were they new this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Rightio. It was how long?
Yeah, I reckon it was about 2003, roughly. It was a long time ago.
It was 21 years.
Yeah.
Is what it was. Okay, next question. Tommy Keogh wears what number?
Captain.
Yes.
41.
Yep, correct. Just test your buzzer there, please, Mr. President.
Yeah, my batteries are flat.
Okay, this is a multiple choice, but you cannot answer until I've finished saying the whole question, so this could help you, all right, Mr. President. In 2023, South Australia has had the wettest first 6 months since A, 1987, B, 1988, or C, 1989.
Captain.
Prez.
Too slow, Captain.
89.
Incorrect.
87.
That, you've got to use a buzzer.
Prez.
Yes?
87.
Yes, that is correct. 1 to the President. Rightio. Who did the Adelaide Crows play today?
Captain.
Captain.
Kangaroos.
Yep, correct. Oh, he's just pushed in the front a bit here now. Name the coach of the Kiron Cats.
Captain.
Oh, again, he's quick.
Adam Moller.
Yeah, Adam Moller. He's streaking away here, guys. Who does the Valley Storm play today?
Captain.
Oh, Captain again. Jervois. Oh, he's on fire here. Stop it. All right, and now, what round is it today?
Captain.
Prez.
Too slow.
11.
Yeah, round 11. All right, I'm just going to you can stay out of the fun. I'm just going to give the question to these two.
Oh, it's a handicap, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
If they don't get it right, can you ask me?
All right. Well, if one of them don't get it right, it's the problem. Now, the tiebreaker question: the inaugural Suns Ball and Auction Night is on the 5th of August. What is the dress code?
Prez,
Yes.
formal,
No. Incorrect.
Cocktail.
Yes. Cocktail. Wonder Bads.
So I win.
Yeah, no, you don't. The captain actually wins today. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the
let
10.
them get out for a little bit, then it just rain them in.
Oh yeah, look at
Right down
he's
the
like-
straight, hands and heels.
He's like a wolf reeling in a cage, he is, I tell you. So, hey, there we go, everyone. That's Matt's quiz. As per usual, Captain super competitive. That's how we like to see him. He used to be like that at centre forward for Imps as well. Hey, big thank you to Denise in production. We've got Soph running around doing everything, keeping the sound going. We've got Kenny on the camera. Thank you to Mr. President. Thank you to the King of the Mallee. To you, the Captain. We want to say thank you to the professionals, Murray Bridge, for sponsoring before the game. Thanks very much. We'll be back with the main game shortly.